I borrowed this video from Jimbo's channel. Feel free to shout out if you recognize anything in this video. Now we can talk about compression and expansion a bit more. If you remember, I mentioned in a previous video the giants may have been born near the end of the expansion cycle. We do have to consider this. It seems we are at the end of a compression cycle, and the Poleshift event will take us into the expansion cycle, a mechanism switch related to the winding and unwinding of the cosmic clock spring, which you can find in Walter Russell's work. When this event happens, we would expect to see a comet and of course widespread chaos and destruction, which is what is explained in scriptures and prophecies, the wrath of God. These are merely warnings for us to understand. Beware the cyclic changes from this amazing construct's mechanisms when they start up and make the needed changes to perform their mechanism's roles. It is part of how it works. We basically live on top of a very powerful and complex machine. Our ancestors were very well aware of this. You will have noticed the genetic changes in our previous End Times Decoded videos. New life forms can be created, and ones long gone may return. These beings may have been created during the Poleshift event, which is basically a polarity switch. It may be so powerful it puts out a pulse like an EMP, which of course affects any beings in its path. Perhaps this is Medusa, turning living beings into petrified or crystallized rock instantly. These beings were petrified instantly and seemed completely unaware of anything taking place. Frozen in time, and they litter the landscapes everywhere. We are literally walking on giants and titans. Roger from Mud Fossil University also covers these, and you will find he already has DNA proof and is also very easily pointing out various parts of anatomy on some of the largest beings that lay on and within the ground. He will even show you a dragon in northwest Africa that is a few thousand miles in length. One Conscience and Jimbo have also found dragons on the landscape. There is even a reference to the green skin of dragons in John Dee's work, which relate to the West Gates. Dragons are also mentioned in the overlay I used with the world chakras in my first video on decoding this realm. I'll leave links below to these channels should you wish to look further. So those various faces mentioned in scriptures, the sets of 4 faces, they will be playing a part in the genetic makeup of various species. I would not be surprised if there is more information sealed below in the rooms the angel technology reside in, the technology that is responsible for the arts and acts of creation. A good look at Walter Russell's work will show you we are talking about electrocrystallization. If you look further into that process, you will find that some scientists actually made insects appear while experimenting. This was repeated and the same thing happened. Insects appeared. This would make sense when you think of plagues of locusts appearing from nowhere. It may very well have been a certain technology that switched on to do its role, and the insects were like a side effect. However you look at it, we must consider that technology of this type will be playing a big part in creation. This realm is a creating realm. Even Walter Russell stated this. So evolution now has another perspective to consider. Mainstream's version doesn't work and is an excuse to hide the fact technology is involved. Technology created by a creator of very large size, looking at our grid overlays. The technology appears to create a duality, male and female, positive and negative. It is always trying to balance nature. Now we decode what the nature of what the realm really is. It's not hard to see that the nature of this technology is to create opposites and try to keep an equilibrium. This is very, very intelligent design and explains what we see in scriptures very well. It has just been hidden for obvious reasons, for if humans ever had control over this technology, I'm sure you can see how dangerous it would be in the wrong hands. Technology that can petrify, cause quakes, tsunamis, destruction and such, not to mention growing your own gold, silver, copper, etc. which is also mentioned by Walter Russell. Any cooperation knowing this knowledge will be the most powerful cooperation on earth, was how Walter worded it. And here we are today, finding out the earth is flat, realizing that treaties have been put into place to stop you exploring, and everything that we've been taught has been a lie. History, space, the sciences, to mention a few. But when they lie about the shape of the world, you realize there is something very important being hidden. The mechanics of our world, the nature of our world, the construct and its creator, and all that implies. The APM model we are creating based upon our new understandings, research and decodings encompasses this information easily into our restructured view of the true world model. It makes perfect sense to us. This is the knowledge we were being taught in ancient times, and various Poleshift events and other changes have slowly but surely eroded that information into the idiocy we are being taught today in our schools. An education which is more like brainwashing, indoctrination, assumptions, assertions and excuses, including an impossible world model that cannot be proven scientifically and is easily debunked. Open your eyes, people, there is a bigger picture to see here.